Dilts, bonjour. Vous êtes là pour un séminaire avec Emway Maroc sur l'intelligence collective et la collaboration générative. Première question, comment définir la collaboration générative et justement quel est son rapport avec l'intelligence collective?
Generative collaboration is about releasing the creative power of collective intelligence. And so the simple definition of generative collaboration is it's where 1 + 1 doesn't make 2. 1 + 1 makes 3 or 4 or 5 because there is something new that keeps coming.
Justement, comment favoriser l'intelligence collective en entreprise?
Well, I think that to create generative, collective intelligence in a company, we first need to understand the difference between collective intelligence and collected intelligence. In most companies, you bring people together and 1 + 1 makes 2. You get the sum of the parts. In generative collaboration, you're trying to get this basically something that is unexpected, that is beyond expectation to come. And just a simple example, I worked with a company once who had a big failure, and their failure was they knew that they needed to create a new product. It was a telecommunication company. It was very important for the company. They literally put 1,000 people on this project. Now, one of their competitors was able to make a better product. They made it more cheaply and more quickly. So they outperformed in every key area this company. The most astonishing thing was they did it with 20 people. And the question was, how can 20 people completely outperform 1,000 people? And the answer, collective intelligence. Because with 1,000 people, there was no collective intelligence. The boss told them what to do, people did their job, period. With the 20 people, there was a constant exchange. They stimulated each other's ideas. There was an energy there, a creative energy. And then, in that case, generative collaboration and collective intelligence of 20 people can outperform even 1,000. So I think what businesses can do to create this is first to realize the importance of it. And then just a second very quick answer is Google did a study of 800 teams. They spent 6 years, $2.5 million, and they found there were 4 basic things to make generative collaboration or collective intelligence. One is that they call it equality of contribution. Everybody in the group has to be able to equally contribute. If only 1 or 2 people are contributing, it's only their intelligence. So there's a respect. The second was what they call a social sensitivity, an emotional intelligence that's not just about the ideas, but that's about the feeling and the state of the people. The third they called psychological safety. That meant people had to feel I won't be judged, rejected, criticized for my idea. Then they share more of what they really need. And finally, there was the sense that the team needs to feel what they call a task significance, that what we are doing is making a difference in the world. So I think if companies can follow these lessons from Google, then you can really create more of this type of collective intelligence.
Troisième question, en tant que spécialiste de la programmation neurolinguistique, quels sont les outils de la PNL qu'on peut utiliser pour booster la performance des équipes?
So I would say one of the basic tools for from NLP that helps the performance of a team, we were exploring it here. It has to do with what we would call the inner game. And we would call it the coach state. What NLP teaches is that our behavior comes from our mindset. Right? The way I act is coming from my inner programming, my neuro-linguistic programming, my mindset. So if my mindset is disturbed, if my mindset is closed, my action will be closed. My action will be disturbed. So NLP gives people a lot of tools to be able to get into what we would call a high performance state. And we use the term coach state. C, centered, O, open, A, alert, aware. The other C is connected in myself, connected to my team. And then the H is a kind of hospitality, a welcoming, resourceful presence. And so NLP can give you the tools to get to the state and then anchor it so that the whole team is giving the best of themselves.
Pourriez-vous partager avec nous quelques astuces pour gérer les collaborateurs réticents au changement?
It's very important because actually the whole notion of resistance and a reluctant collaborator is very important. And the basic principle in NLP is we say, first, rather than try to pressure the person, try to change them, try to blame them, first thing we do is we try to understand them. So in NLP we say we go to second position, we step into their perspective and try to understand, we would call it the positive intention of that reluctance. Instead of trying to again judge it or get rid of it, we want to understand it. Then it can be actually transformed. Actually in the program today we were talking about a kind of Aikido. And in Aikido what you do is instead of try to fight against the resistance, you're joining it and then redirecting that resistance into something positive. So NLP would say, first cross the bridge into the map of the world of the other person. Understand their values, their beliefs. Then, what's the positive intention of the resistance, and how can we address the positive intention in a way that allows the person then to come back across the bridge with you and support you.